There's a kind of faith or a pseudo-faith that may be common among many people, but it's not the real, genuine, biblical kind of faith that God wants us to get smart about. In fact, he gives an illustration in verse 15. He says, suppose you see a brother or sister who needs food or clothing, and you say, well, goodbye and God bless you, and stay warm and eat well. In other words, I wish you the best and I'll pray for you, but then you don't give that person any food or clothing. What good does that do? Verse 17, so you see, it isn't enough just to have faith. Faith that doesn't show itself by good deeds is no faith at all. It is a dead and useless faith. Now, someone may argue, verse 18, that some people have faith and others have good deeds. But I say, I can't see your faith if you don't have good deeds, but I can show you my faith through my good deeds. Do you still think it's enough just to believe that there is one God? Well, even the demons believe this, and they tremble in terror. Fool, that's a little rough, but he said it, not me, I'm just reading. Fool, he says, when will you ever learn that the faith that does not result in good deeds is useless? And then he gives two examples of faith in action. Verse 21, he gives the example of Abraham. Don't you remember that our ancestor Abraham was declared, again, here's that word, right with God, because of what he did when he offered his son Isaac on the altar. You see, he was trusting God so much that he was willing to do whatever God told him to do. His faith was made complete by what he did, by his actions. And so it happened, just as the scriptures say, Abraham believed God, and so God declared him to be righteous. He was even called the friend of God. So you see, we are made right with God by what we do and not by faith alone. And then he gives a second example, Rahab the prostitute. She's another example. She was made, again, here's that word, right with God. How? By her actions. When she hid those messengers and sent them safely away by a different road. And then final verse number 26. So just as the body is dead without the soul or the spirit, even so faith is dead without good deeds. And so he's basically saying that, you know what? Our actions matter. That faith and works, they belong together. They go together. And he tells us here that if you're going to get smart about your faith, that really there are three things that you need to know, and there are two things that you need to do. And so what's the first thing that you need to know? Well, the first thing that you need to know is that real faith is more than just words. Real faith is not just words. Real faith is more than just words. Now, listen, our words matter. We realize that our words matter. As a matter of fact, we offer a prayer at the end of every church service where we invite people to pray, and that there are certain words that are part of that prayer. Things like, Lord, I pray that you would come into my life.